The NFL on EA Sports has come to the Twin Cities at U.S. Bank. A good one between the Dallas Cowboys and the Minnesota Vikings. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
They start on the ground with Elliott. Seemed like Dak certainly made the right read there to hand it off to Zeke.
When you have those two in the backfield, Dak Prescott at quarterback, Ezekiel Elliott at running back, you've got a symbiotic, synergistic relationship that puts a lot of defenses in a lot of stress.
I got to tell you, I've never heard synergistic before, but I guess that works, right?
It does on this game.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first. Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Prescott now. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Prescott to Schultz there for the Cowboy first. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want their body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They go to Elliott again. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation we were talking about with one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly, it's a big man's game. And it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be second down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
To throw again on second down. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys.
Next the score, Cowboys 7, Vikings 11.
Following the touchdown, here's Maher to kick it away.
A fairly short kick from the 14. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They run again on 1st down. Cook.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They run the counter with Cook. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Play action now. Cousins. This to C.J. Ham, the fullback. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
1st down, here's the run with Cook. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Here's Cook again.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's their 2nd, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this 2nd quarter. We'll be right back. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Straight ahead, here's Nwogu.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5.
It's a gain of a yard.
Trying the power game with Ham. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
It's now 3rd and goal.
Cook. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. Such a long drive here. 3 points. That would be a disappointment, but I don't know if you can go for it here, can you?
Well, you know, the defense was really giving them a lot all the way downfield, and now they've stiffened. Forget that bend, don't break. Now they don't even want to let them get a yard, do they? So in this spot, you remember what the coaches told us before the ball game? Any drive that ends with a kick is going to be okay with us, whether it's a punt, a field goal, or an extra point. Take the field goal right here.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A chance to get some momentum here in the second quarter, getting their first trip into the red zone, but unable to get it across.
And if I'm the head coach, sure, you feel some disappointment, maybe a little bit of deflation there because you didn't get it in, but I'm going straight to rah-rah mode. All right, guys, we didn't get it this time. It's only the second quarter. We'll be back. Let's get it later on. I want to keep this team up. I want them to feel like they've let everyone down.
Positive.
Got to be positive in this situation. It's too early to think that you don't have a chance to win this game.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They go backwards there 2 yards, and 2nd and 1 is now 3rd and 3.
A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Third and short yardage. Prescott. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. 21 yards there on 3rd down.
So many times in my career, I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he goes out right around the 39.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used a slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Prescott to throw it. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Prescott on play action. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. and you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a first and goal.
On the left side, Gallup's got it. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. Inside give to Elliott. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Cowboys go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Marr to kick it away. Pulls it in at the 13. And he returns this to the 22.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot. When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Off the play fake, Cousins. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They go play action. Cousins. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Justin Jefferson in the final seconds of the first half. And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Joseph connects on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. They're just going to run it here up the middle. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. Pulls it in at the 13. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Vikings. Massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
You break out your carry when it's an empty run, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So a tie ball game here as the kicks away.
From way up at the 23.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. That was a pretty good job defensively to hold them to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, that they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
Takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4. Prescott from the gun on third.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
Oh, that one well designed as he'll take this down to the 30-yard line.
They run it again with Cook. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2.
On play action, Cousins.
At the Cowboys' 32-yard line.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far.
And the Vikings have scored again in this third quarter, this time to move out in front. Joseph connects on the extra point.
And the lead is now 21-14. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away.
From way up at the 23. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
And Daniil Hunter, he's the one who gets in there and brings him down to the ground.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
We always hear about guys wanting to make plays that quiet a crowd. Yeah. After that one.
Here in the 3rd quarter, they were hoping to get the stop, get the football back. Not the case.
What a completion on a 4th down play.
Meanwhile, Dak's throw there caught by Gallup.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
A couple of 1st downs right in succession, and this is an offense that can really use a good drive and they're off to a fast start here.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He finds his target. It's Schultz. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
One man in the backfield. That's Elliott on 2nd and goal. Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dak Prescott able to connect with Dalton Schultz. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Marr on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter.
That ties the game at 21 apiece.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. From way up at the 23. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the 4th quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Again, it's Cook. Room here to run. And a good-looking run there as he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18-yard line. From the red zone now, Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. K.J. Osborne, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Vikings answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard
line. Next drive by the Cowboys offense. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. So the completion gets him just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott being chased out left. That's caught again by Schultz. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
Like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43.
63 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Three yards remain for second down. The 20. Touchdown, Cowboys. A big play there. 43 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes.
Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the post, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for two here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. From way up at the 23.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now their last time out looking to repeat that in Charles' defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Cousins to throw. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
A big play there for Minnesota. 44 yards.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
They'll run with Cook. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
They try again with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Now a second timeout called for by the defense. As the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. He's going to be marked down very close to the first down marker, but it looks like he's a yard short. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Joseph's got it. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Here's Dak.
He's going to let it fly. He's got a man complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
Well, it took us until the final play, Charles, to officially decide a winner, although on that last play they were so backed up it would have taken a miracle, and they couldn't get that miracle done.
Well, I like how you stayed with it because we both knew that this had to go down to the last play, and neither side was going to exhale until that play concluded because we've seen the improbable before. A couple laterals, maybe some poor defense on the back end. They might have gone all the way to the end zone. In this case, though, it didn't happen. Perhaps next time.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I'll pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the songs way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shining the light. I can make an earthquake nervous, I can make the sun wear a visor. I can make a wise owl see me as a daily advisor. I'm that cool shade, peaceful night that's still my breath is a storm, I bet. I can make the thunder clap when I perform. It's just that in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. Hey, I can make time travel a surprise, make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. I make the moon blue, I make him pitch fly. Now I move mountains. I would have beaten the heart of a crash test dummy. I'm more so astounded. Yeah. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I do the impossible, impossible.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the New York Giants and the Cleveland Browns.
Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland.
And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And, whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign of things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
With his size, it all...
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at second and long. I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Of the football. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But you see the end result, because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They run it again with Chubb. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
It always helps when you get great run support from your safeties, and when you get one who can actually read the play and get upfield and shut it down before it gets going, that's exactly what you're looking for.
They'll try the air now with Watson. And he'll get nothing out of that one. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
The one things we talked about coming into this was we were never going to question the fight that he's going to have for all 4 quarters of a game. But ideally, you want him fighting for big plays and first downs early, not fighting just to get back to the line of scrimmage, as we saw right there.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And it's caught. Touchdown. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan. You see that celebration from him after that stop? Those corners don't normally have the chance to get behind the line of scrimmage and hand them big losses. So when he got that opportunity, he certainly made it a memorable one.
And this will be caught. It's Isaiah Hodgins.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice chunk of yardage.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 46 yards on the ground. Nothing fancy there, a little smash-mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the...
Giant football, and we're ready to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now Jones. Flushed out right. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
Well, sometimes an incompletion is the right play, and he showed that he's learned from his earlier interception on that throw. Instead of forcing it, he just tossed it away.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. And that'll be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game, but after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
The Cleveland offense ready to go.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. And again, it's Chubb. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. The safety, Landon Collins, there to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To throw is Watson.
That's complete to Peoples-Jones.
A big play that time for Cleveland.